Cornhusker State is facing a healthcare crisis. Doctors are retiring and future doctors are deciding not to practice in rural Nebraska. In tonight's edition of our special report, Rural Medicine in Critical Condition, we'll look at an endangered species in medicine, the small town doctor. News 5's Kelly Baumgarten joins us live in the studio. And Kelly, how critical is this problem?
Colin, it's not only critical, it's getting worse. In the next 10 to 14 years, over a third of Nebraska's physicians will retire. That's according to the Nebraska Center for Rural Health Research.
Dr. Keith Shuey. He spent his whole life taking care of people in rural Nebraska.
That's why I'm here. That's my business.
He's a primary care doctor. He set up shop in the small town of Tecumseh back in 1966, and he's been there ever since. A town where everyone knows their neighbors.
That's probably something that bothers, I think, some medical students and people who are considering primary care, because obviously it's a small town, everybody knows everybody, and if you have something go wrong, a bad result, everybody in town knows about it. I mean, whereas in Lincoln and Omaha, it wouldn't even put a blip on the radar.
But he wouldn't have it any other way.
Dr. Shuey is doing what he's done for the past 48 years, and he's a rare breed, because doctors in rural Nebraska are few and far between.
Yeah, I'm on call. I mean, my cell phone number is listed in the phone book. I don't have a problem with that, and people call me on that, and I take care of problems.
He's one of 3 physicians in the town of 1800.
I've delivered daughters of gals that I delivered. Leave your contacts out and get it cleaned up.
The 74-year-old doctor still works full-time and still makes house calls. His busy schedule means missing out on family events.
My granddaughter has a dance concert over in Iowa, and I can't go because I'm back up.
Shuey and the other 2 doctors in town rotate emergency room service at Johnson County Hospital. He says it isn't rare to get called into work in the middle of the night.
I'm used to it. That's part of the game that we got into. I knew that when I signed up. It's no different than going in the military. If you go in the military, you better realize you're going to be controlled by your superiors. That's the way it is.
But Shuey says today's young doctors don't want to work long hours in a town where businesses close at 5 p.m.
I have medical students with me here all the time for their rural rotation through College of Medicine, and some of them do not like the visibility, the having the constant personal contact. They don't like being entwined with the patients 24/7, 365 days a year.
Coming up tonight on News 5 at 10, we'll bring you the final part of our 4-part series, Rural Medicine in Critical Condition. We'll hear more from Dr. Shuey and meet his physician assistant, who he says is part of the solution. Colin?